Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan, the Miyazaki man, Sai. We have just beaten Chelsea 2-1 at Anfield. Anfield erupted and backed our boys. We were desperate for Premier League action and your boy Sai covered the whole match in a live watch along. Thank you to everyone. Over 100 people joined us for the live watch along. I am considerably thankful and impressed by the Liverpool fan in Japan community. You guys are the best. Everyone is Ichiban. It means the best. Now, this was a hard-fought victory. We grinded this out. I was using new Shaw mic. Now I was getting emotional and passionate behind the mic because at times we were under the cosh. Defensive solidarity got us through the match, and I love the work rate and the effort. This win was built on the back of defensive contribution by everybody. Darwin Nunez came on for the injured Diogo Jota. He always gets these freak injuries where just someone heavy lands on him. His leg last season, his rib this season. As a former MMA cage fighter, semi-professional back in the day, I know that the lower rib particularly, which is the only rib that's not connected, it's kind of hanging there, is easy to break and is easy to damage as well. So hopefully, best wishes, Jota returns soon. But Darwin Nunez' defensive contribution, he came on like a man possessed. He was defending in our penalty area. Speaking of which, Mo Salah was defending in our penalty area. Arne Slot even said in his post-match interview, Trent's got competition from Mo Salah as the best right back in the league, right? Trent signed the contract. Hurry up, you too, Mo. Dual right backs forever, baby. Conor Bradley was injured, unfortunately. We are stacking up these injuries, but luckily our first team is there or thereabouts. Maka had an illness, but he still came on. Lucho Diaz back from international duty. He was tired as well. But let's talk about the man of the moment, the golden boy, the Scouse, Curtis Jones. He gets the golden Unchi of glory for this particular match because not only did he score a goal and get an assist as well, more or less for Mo Salah's penalty. Mo Salah obviously got an assist as well and a goal for Curtis Jones, vice versa. They're helping each other out. Is that a new bromance on the horizon? Gakpo and Jones's bromance is on the cusp. No, Salah is always there. He's got bromance with everybody. Everyone loves their Mo Salah, right? Even Arne Slot, they share the same hairstyle. Aerodynamic. I digress just a little bit. Curtis Jones shackled Cole Palmer. The first half block was absolutely vital. Cole Palmer kept having to go deeper and deeper to find space on the periphery of the game. Cole Palmer only dropped back in the penalty area once to shake off his marker, got a left-footed shot, not on target over the bar. Palmer was increasingly frustrated. But look, give props to Chelsea. You can only beat what's in front of you. People been saying Arne Slot's false start, false confidence is ahead of easy fixtures. Well, you can only beat what's in front of you. And now we've beaten Chelsea, who are a form team, right? Cole Palmer being a form player, the leading scorer of fantasy football, apparently. Anyway, they have threats. Jadon Sancho in half space, tricky, mercurial winger, playmaker from the wide channels as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold was deployed in a more defensive, responsible position, holding his position. Huge credit to Trent as a defender. He is a great defender. He's not the best defender, but he's a great defender. Stuck to his job. In world football, when Noni Madueke, Jadon Sancho, Pedro Neto, when these players run at you, differing abilities, they're faster than you, they got more skill than you, but when you hold your ground, wait for reinforcements, shuffle them out wide, take them away from areas of danger, and do your absolute best, put your body on the line, that is vice-captain material, and I love to see it. I really, really enjoyed his defensive performance. He doesn't get enough credit for his defensive performances this season. His ability is there for all to see. He's won everything as a right-back. Think about this. He has won every single prize in the game, every single prize in the game as a right back. You don't do that by being crap defensively. Eat that, Roy Keane. Next, let's talk about Curtis Jones' defensive responsibility. He played alongside Gravenberch in the double pivot, allowing Szoboszlai in his 10 role. Now, the reason Szoboszlai plays game after game is because he is an absolute machine. He's a non-stop athlete pressing from the front. He leads the press. Now, Cole Palmer led the press as a false nine for Chelsea, and Dominic Szoboszlai led the press for Liverpool, backed up by Diogo Jota, Cody Gakpo, and Mo Salah as well. Szoboszlai, even in the latter stages of the match, presses with his heart on his sleeve. Somehow, on the ball, he's lacking a bit of confidence to take the game by scruff of the neck, turn forward, and really, really play the glorious balls that he's capable of. The crossing, the through balls, the positive passing. He's becoming a bit Wijnaldum-like in his gentle passing, but he's not clinical in his short passing as well because he's done a few junk balls on occasion. But if he can wind that out of his game, if Arne Slot can train him and make him a menace on the ball, so akin to a McAllister or even a Gini Wijnaldum when he was more of a 10, a winger prototype at Newcastle, for example, then the sky's the limit. But defensive contribution, work rate, and really putting the legs in. That's why Szoboszlai is in the team and continues to be in the team. Now, there were calls for Wataru, Man Mountain Endo, the Big Eid Emperor himself. I don't think this was a particular game for Endo because the game wasn't really played in a congested midfield. The midfield were the facilitators, pinging the ball backwards and forwards, a double zonal defensive effort. There weren't a huge amount of pressing from the front to turn over the ball when it was at the defender's feet. Now, when the game became scrappy, then the chasing was on, but you're chasing ones and twos, not in packs. When it's congested in midfield and you're doing a tiki-taka ball playing, that's when Endo can jump in, snap the ball and send you on the front foot. But the ball was played long in behind the channels and trying to find a wide player and playing from there. Wow, Malagusto, he's a really good fullback. He's a really good fullback, really technical as well. He manages to come inside, link up the play as well, play the ball in between the lines, play the ball out wide. He's a secondary playmaker. But in terms of a primary playmaker, Reece James, give credit to Reece James because he's come back on the back of a lengthy layoff, come in and put a hell of a performance. Now, slightly his fault that Curtis Jones ran off him for the goal, but we'll come back to Curtis Jones' dummy running ability, his ability to get in the box as an overload, as a last man as well. Reece James is a primary playmaker, and actually he had more offensive contribution than Trent Alexander-Arnold. When you find Reece James in the half space, in between the winger and your wide eight, right, like between Caicedo and Noni Madueke, he's a threat. In fact, he's got better delivery, best delivery probably in the whole Chelsea lineup from that right half space position, whipping the ball in. He's a confident player. He's a technical player. He's very comfortable with the ball at his feet as well. They had a makeshift backline with Tosin Adebayo and Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill obviously kicking Curtis Jones for the penalty. I have no idea why he's cheering himself on, kicking him. He's like, yeah, I got that guy. Oh no, I got that guy. It's a penalty. That was quite hilarious to see. Yeah, that was a makeshift backline. Very surprised that Vega didn't start, but when Vega actually came on, he inverted to the base of the midfield as well. Inverted fullback playmaking, and he had a clear head opportunity from a Cole Palmer corner as well. They headed over the bar. Very, very prominent afro there on Vega. But their fullbacks are quite the force. And I think when Chelsea were performing very, very well, their fullbacks were heavily, heavily involved back in the day as well. So Chelsea have the fullback options. They have the squad options. And Pedro Neto, wow, what a player. He is direct. Their game-winning condition when Pedro Neto came in for Jadon Sancho was always release Pedro Neto out on the wing and see what he can do. His pace is frightening. He's so direct. But you can even see when he switched to the right-hand side, right? That did it when Nkunku came on for the left. Pedro Neto's whip ball across the face of the goal, Nkunku on the back post. If he went in with his left foot, had confidence in the left foot, it might have been a different story 2-2. But no, he went with the outside of the right foot, misjudged it, and yeah, the chance had gone. Liverpool showed mentality by giving Chelsea the ball, strategy and tactical acumen. By allowing Chelsea to have the ball, Liverpool could not be turned over in the centre of the park where Chelsea decided to break. Chelsea's only opportunity for that kind of ball, which is the kind of one that Wataru Endo likes to win, Caicedo likes to win as well, is what resulted in a goal. We got caught out position. Caicedo broke the lines, ran into the 10 position and played it through to Jackson on the periphery diagonal in between our fullback and our centre-back. And Jackson obviously slotted it in, right? And yeah, Konate's trailing foot kept him onside because our defence wasn't prepared because there weren't the bodies in front to shield the ball. Now, it doesn't matter how good your defenders are because we've got two of the best defenders in the world. When they break your lines and get into that 10th position, you are in trouble. They've got to make a mistake. You've got to get a lucky interception or a deflection or rely on your goalkeeper. And Jackson finished it. Now, people who are saying in the commentary, I think it was Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, that Jackson isn't a top striker, but he could become one, but he could be second choice. They need a top striker. Well, they signed Nkunku as well. What is he then? He's a striker as well. They had other strikers as well, like Fofana, David Fofana? But they loaned him out as well. So, yeah, no sympathy for them. It's same as the Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes ordeal, right? They signed two expensive strikers, but none of them are out-and-out goal scorers. He fits the system, but Liverpool's defence kept them playing in front of them the whole time because we played the long ball to play from the whips. Mo Salah was a man-possessed defensive contribution as well, as I mentioned, going back into the right back, cutting inside in the half space, but his passing ability is amazing, especially Trivela with his left foot always seems to find our players. And to pick out the area, the pocket, which Curtis Jones as a late dummy runner can go into, knowing that Darwin Nunez is offside. Defense, 6s and 7s. I hate that quote, but they really are. They didn't know whether to come or to go because they're playing Nunez offside, but Salah's obviously playing the ball with an idea in mind. But by the time they clicked on to a late running Curtis Jones, bypassing the midfield, bypassing the 6s, and getting into the penalty area, it was too late. It was actually a heavy touch by Curtis Jones, but he recovered and slotted it past Sanchez. I would have expected Sanchez to come out and clatter him, destroy him. Speaking of which, that was a penalty. That was definitely a penalty because of the fact that Robert Sanchez got a piece of the ball. Correct. Now, if that was the end of the play, that's it. It's no penalty. He got the ball. He cleared it. But he got the ball. It hit Jones, which means there's now a second phase of play because it's come off Curtis Jones. Having come off Curtis Jones, it wiggles between Sanchez's legs, and as a qualified referee for the JFA, the Japan Football Association as well, with the Karasu, the crow on the badge, the second phase of play, Jones has a line to get to the ball. Sanchez's momentum coming together, and Jones is tumbled over. He impedes Curtis Jones, even though there's a covering defender on the back. Whether he gets it or not is irrelevant, because he impedes Curtis Jones' ability to get to the ball that was played off of Jones through Sanchez's legs. It might have been soft, it might have been unfortunate, but that's the rules of the game. It really is. Because second phase of play, because it came off Jones, and it wasn't just a direct clearance by Sanchez and then taking out Jones, right? That's the only argument you have there. If Sanchez gets the ball and the ball's cleared out somewhere and then he takes out Jones, he got a touch on the ball. It's no penalty. But it came off Jones again, which means it's second phase of play. Keep that in mind, ref. The referee inconsistency was a joke. It was baffling, especially because Trent's one on Sancho is interesting as well. Now, that could be given as a penalty, right? But it happened in real time. It happened so fast, and there was contact there, and Sancho went down slightly theatrically as well. But you'd probably say, right, momentum clash 50-50, and this referee was not having a great day with 50-50s. It could have been given, potentially could have been given, and more likely to have been given outside of the box as a foul. But it wasn't given. But then the next occasion, when Nunez went 50-50 with Badiashile, and they were having a bit of a scuffle as well, Nunez got to the ball first, 50-50 shoulder charge, and Badiashile, if anything, fouled Nunez. And then Nunez got ballistic because the referee gave it the other way and they counted, and Nunez was giving it some of that kind of Klopp jang, and it panned to Arne Slot, who was giving some of that. What is going on? So credit to Sipka, the assistant manager, for calming Slot down, because we need Arne Slot on the touchline against Arsenal. If he got banned, it would have been a nightmare. However, he is the shiny one. He will be there. And I said at the start of the season, I believe we will be challenging Manchester City for the title. Manchester City are looking vulnerable without Rodri, without Kevin De Bruyne, even with the links to Zubimendi, right? They're not the Man City of old. They're very reliant on Haaland to make the breakthrough to score the goals. Bernardo Silva is getting a year older as well. Cavadio is a quality player, but you can't rely on Cavadio to scorch one in from distance, a curler with his weaker foot every single week. They were lucky. They were really lucky because of the fact that Bernardo Silva actually nudged Jose Sa before he moved out of the way and out of the picture and out of the phase of play as well. But Manchester City aren't cutting edge. Arsenal dropping points and getting a red card as well. They probably lack Odegaard. Saliba's banned. And no idea if Saka will make it, although he seems to be overplayed anyway, so he will burn out before the end of the season. So now is the time to go gung-ho into Arsenal. Hopefully Jota is fit and returning for that, because Jota the Slaughter likes a goal against Arsenal as well. Speaking of defensive contributions and reliability, Konate, front-footed defender, puts his body where it hurts. Robertson on occasion got done by Noni Madueke, but he is the form winger in the Premier League and he's doing really, really well, and he starts on merit as well. And Robertson, defensively responsible in the back three, because Trent always starts as a kind of right midfielder these days. It's Van Dijk, Konate and Robertson more or less as a back three. Keep a look at it on the tactical pitch as well. Gravenberch, astonishing play in the defensive midfield position, really keeping an eye out for any deep-lying dropping player in his zone. His influence, his press resistance, he's calm, he's got techers. Gravenberch is an immense player and better than any defensive midfielder we could have bought in the summer, including Zubimendi. Now, Liverpool FC put a big sign out, 3,000 wins in our history. My goodness, what an accolade, what an achievement, what a milestone. And we could not have done it without our Egyptian king Mo Salah, because for all of the plaudits, right, you really have to look and say that he is still our main man in attack. Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, Lucho Diaz, Gakpo, Chiesa, the list goes on and on, but Mo Salah is consistently the most offensive and threatening player, which is why he stays on for 90 minutes when you need a goal. He's the one to grab the game by scruff of the neck. He's the one to score against the top six. He's the one to get you that crucial assist. He's the one to be in the right place at the right time to slot home the crucial goal. He's the one that converts big game penalties. He's an icon, an inspiration, a leader in his top three with Kenny Dalglish and Steven Gerrard on merit. Different generations, but look, the accolades are there. He is our Egyptian king, and the reason why I think he renews is because he wants to renew his ability to achieve all of the statistics, the metrics, the competitions. He is there to break records. He's the Egyptian king, and that motivates him rather than the money. He's got enough money already, and Remy Abbas, his agent, will only do what Mo Salah wants, and Mo Salah is very, very keen to break the records. This Liverpool system is designed for him to break the records. He moves on to a different club. he's just another player. Unless they redesign his whole system, that he has to build a chemistry and a relationships as well. He's the inspiration. He's first in the gym as well. He's looking toned. He's looking absolutely hench. He's super healthy and super happy. He seems happier now that Sadio Mane's left, right? Little love-hate relationship, little bromance, double-edged sword there, right? But we needed both of them in our most successful period as well. Once again, I want to thank everyone who joined the Liverpool Fan in Japan live stream, the watch along. It was so fun. It started at 12:30 a.m. for me, finished around 2:30, 2:45 a.m. for me, but I enjoyed every second. You guys probably didn't know, but I was actually suffering from a 38-degree fever, not because of the palpitations and the heat of the match, but actually I was a little bit ill and under the weather. You can hear my voice a little bit husky, but it doesn't matter. I really am up for spending the time with you guys. You guys are simply the best. Thank you so much, especially to Elusive Glue Jeff for gifting so many memberships out. Please enjoy the exclusive content I've got. Piece on Redmen TV, my real thoughts on them as a brand, them as a content creator, and the members and my interactions with them coming out this week as well. With Endo's book translation, the next one is coming out very soon, hopefully this week as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for supporting me as always. Smash a like on this channel if you enjoyed it. Lots of substance in abundance coming up, content coming up very soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. October's been a bit slow in content creation and views. It usually is. I don't know why, but hopefully we can get back to the promised place like Liverpool, top of the race, peak at the top of the Premier League, and really enjoy this season as it unfolds. Arne Slot is doing fantastic things. The players are buy into his philosophy as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold is showing absolute prominence as a defensive unit. Gravenberch is showing he's actually one of the best, if not the best, 6 in world football, on form, on merit at the moment. Diogo Jota found so much space in between their 6th line and their centre-back line. It was unreal. He's a secondary playmaker as well as Mo Salah. Nunez, his off-the-ball running, he is our nutcase. He really fights with the cause. His defensive contributions were excellent. He puts his body where it hurts. He's passionate. He's well loved. He's got pace and physicality. Now Liverpool have to do him a favour by getting him into goal scoring positions and allowing him to fulfil his immense potential. There's no other striker in world football I would trade Darwin Nunez for, knowing that he's happy on the bench, happy on the pitch. Will get goal-scoring chances, works his arse off. He's like Ian Rush. He absolutely is a menace from the front, pressing intensity, wears his heart on his sleeve, emotional, passionate, childlike innocence from South America as well. Highly regarded, highly rated, came back from devastating cruciate knee injuries when he was young as well. Has a fantastic shot off either foot, decent in the air, great work ethic, great attitude as well. Just hopefully he keeps away from the necessary scuffles and yellow cards. Him getting flattened by Badiashile lying his back smiling. That's my boy. That's what I want to see. Darwinio Nunez. He is epic. Soberslai off the ball running. He's in there on merit. Presses. You need a team of many attributes. Curtis Jones, his ability to shoot and dribble. He's press resistant. He's reliable on the ball. He's deep. When you have players like Curtis Jones and Ryan Gravenberch, they're so reliable with the ball at their feet. You can give them the ball in any tight situation and they'll wiggle their way out and find the right ball to keep the play going. The criticism of Curtis Jones has been over the top. I have no idea what match people are watching when they say if we lose, it's Curtis Jones' fault, we should sell him, bring back on from straight away. He's a great player. He's technically fantastic. He's got everything. The frustration with Jones is twofold. One, we didn't buy him. We didn't pay for him. Two, he has a penchant for holding onto the ball too long. But not everyone can be that playmaker who slides the ball instantly, who finds the instant option to play out wide, who has instant vision of the pitch. But technically, he's a marvel. He is basically Gini Wijnaldum again, with probably better dribbling capability and an equal shot, but late game running ability to dominate the game in many positions, hold the play on wide positions and central positions, overlapping the striker, underlapping, playing a fullback position, helping out the defense, popping up in your penalty area to save against Cole Palmer shot, popping up in the opposition's penalty area, box to box for 90 minutes. Doesn't complain. He's confident in his ability. That's probably one of the reasons why people a bit down on Curtis Jones. Congratulations, by the way, new daddy, beautiful young girl. He's going to love fatherhood, by the way. I can tell it will change him. But they perceive his confidence, supreme confidence in his own ability as arrogance, even though he hadn't made it yet as a youngster. But you see, he's very popular behind the scenes. He's a jokey, sarcastic chap, Liverpudlian. He's technical. He's got God-given ability. And he's so young, and he's England international, and he's homegrown, and he's ours. He's Liverpool Scouts' heartbeat alongside Trent Alexander-Arnold. And he'll never leave as long as we show him value and he keeps performing well. So I think everyone needs to turn a different leaf on Curtis Jones and show him the respect that he deserves. He is, out of all of our midfielders, the most likely to overlap late like Lampard and get into the box. His finishing is actually decent. When he's in that position, look across the seasons, his finishing is decent. He's reliable for at least 5 goals a season. He'll get you 5 assists a season. And if he can up those metrics to 10 and 10, especially when he plays deep alongside Gravenberch on occasion as well, that's magical, because that is an option to release McAllister further forward. Now, if you put McAllister and Gravenberch at the base, Jones can play 10 as well, and he can press, although not as athletic as Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai needs to work on his on the ball deliverables, but he'll get there. He's still young, and Arneslot will work his magic with him. Without Endo has a role to play, but in a battle of congested midfield, not one where the midfield is bypassed, because even Lavia and Caicedo tried to bypass the midfield and hit the ball over the top to a Sancho out wide or Malo Gusto charging, and Malo Gusto really inverted and played well. Vega also tried to dictate from the base as well, and Reece James is a secondary playmaker from the whips. We did well against a formed team with a makeshift defence. It's about winning. It's about getting the points on the board, and Liverpool delivered, and I'm so thankful for that. Now, as always, I've got a piece of kit to reward myself with, but there's another thing as well. I have partnered with Soccer Atoz for this particular video. He's a great lad, and his site is X, and his kit is top notch. He is kindly offering two kits to anyone out there who wants to join the Liverpool fan in Japan community. And what we're going to do two things. This channel is now 1 year old, right? 1 year since I started this channel on the back of a successful Without Endo video on the Miyazaki Man channel. I'm doing life in Japan there. Choose in the Discord and in the poll on YouTube which of the 2 jerseys you like the best, right? And I'm going to do a competition. I'm going to do a competition giveaway. Watch out for that very soon. With the 2 jerseys that I voted the top right, they'll be sent directly from Soccer Atoz to you guys to show the quality of his football shirts. Now, what does the competition entail? In order to enter the competition, you share this video on one platform, whether it be Twitter or whether it be on YouTube or any social media account that you have. And an alternative is you share your favorite Liverpool fan in Japan video from this channel on any social media platform anywhere. That's all you need to do to be in with a chance to win. And every single person who does a share and evidences it on the Discord channel, linked in the description below, and there's a QR code there and there as well. Next weekend, when we have the big one against Arsenal, I will do a live spinned wheel, and every single name will be on there, and then 2 people will win the jerseys of choice. The number 1 pick out of the hat will win the first jersey, and the number 2 pick out the second jersey. Thank you, Soccer Atoz, for sponsoring this video. Visit his site in the first comment and description down below as well. Quality jerseys at affordable price. Really loving the relationship. It's a great opportunity. Win 2 amazing football kits. Speaking of football kits, I've got my one right here, and let's see what we get in honor of Curtis Jones. I think I've got this kit. Wait a minute. Oh, Tanaka. Oh my days. This is a lovely top, albeit. But I'm sure I have 2 or 3 of these. I keep doing these. Mercari Japan, my affiliate code is linked below. You can buy vintage kit for cheaper as well. I might host this one in the giveaway, but for now, Soccer Atoz's giveaway will be live very soon. I'm going to reward myself with a new kit, come what may. It's a secondary option. I already got that kit. I might do that one in a giveaway as well with the cool Japanese kanji writing. And this is the LeBron James collaboration. Now, there might be a chance I got this one already, but this is actually my favorite kit of the last few years that's not a soccer top. And what I mean by that, it's a periphery, right? This is a jumper, and I think this jumper is top class. This actually looks absolutely immense. I'm under the weather a bit, so I'm going to need that, but I think that top is beautiful. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the match as well. Looking forward to you guys helping me grow the channel. Good luck in the competitions. As always, do smash a like on this video. It really helps this channel get seen. Thank you so much for everyone for your kind words and support. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Until next time, Miyazaki Man Ichiban. It means the best. Janet means ciao.
Liverpool fan in Japan.